Good afternoon, everybody. If anybody would like to join the Skyline Operating System overview, you can come have a seat on one of the 2024, 2025 touring motorcycles, and I'll give you a quick walkthrough.
All right.
Slide.
That's what I'm waiting for.
All right, as opposed to earlier models, these newer models are like the most recent one, but if you go back, years and years, you guys know that the controls swapped hands. So IFCU can be controlled left and right hand controllers. Those are your big modules on the handlebars, just to let you know. And on the left hand, up, down, left, and right. You have the center button, which is the OK. And then the main menu button has two functions, dual function switch. So you got short press and then long press. The long press brings you to the bike functions menu. If you want to go ahead and try it, you can. And it's going to be the one with the 3 lines on it.
Closer.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I have a joke for that.
Good.
You guys got any questions so far?
Push that.
Yes, that is the bike function menu. We'll go over what's in the menus later. I'm just kind of showing you guys the beginning how to navigate things so you don't. All right, the right hand controls, that's more of your media. So we got the volume, your previous, your next, the push to talk, your push and hold. But if you don't have a headset hooked up, you're just going to get something that says, please hook up your headset. The voice recognition, and then you got your mode. That's your different ride modes. If you guys want to push those buttons, you'll see, street, sport, rain. And then we'll go into custom modes. I'll give you a brief explanation on that. And after that, you get your play and pause. You guys good so far? Bring up this menu. Next slide, please. This is what the screen we're going to look at. Oh, yes. You guys got that menu up? All right, the first, we're just going to do settings, bike functions, which I showed you earlier, phone, favorites, home link, navigation, if it's equipped, which if you don't have it equipped, talk to parts and accessories, then get you hooked up. Apple CarPlay, and then the middle is just going to be your media source, whatever you're using for media at the time. Next slide, please. So I want you to go into settings, which is one that looks like a gear. So you got to use your left-hand control module, left and up. You guys in there?
Get there.
We're going to select the center button, and you guys should be in your settings. And I'm just going to go down a list. So if you guys want to go ahead and go into Device Manager, that should be what you're on right now. And I'm just going to read a little information on it, but these are pretty basic stuff. You're going to turn Bluetooth on or off. You can pair your phone, pair rider or passenger headsets. This is pretty much where you just manage your devices. It's pretty easy. So, you look at that, you hit the back button. Right underneath the menu button, the left-hand control. Hit that. And you're going to go back to where it says Device Manager, Sound. You're going back to that list. You guys there? All right, let's go into Sound. And the sound is you got audio routing, your volume settings, audio volume control, equalizer, speaker setup, and your Vox sensitivity. The audio routing is you can select, so if you go into these menus, this is how I have my presentation broke down, but you can see what you want heard through. Do you want it heard through the speakers or do you want it heard through headsets? This is pretty much step one of breaking it down. You back out of that, then you're going to go into volume settings. And when you go into volume settings, that's when you can break it down even further. Do you want your prompts for your navigation? Do you want your music heard? Do you want the phone heard? Let's say you want to be on a conversation, you got your wife in the back, you don't want her to be on the conversation. You can turn the phone off for her headset. Next slide, please. You guys got any questions so far? No? All right. Next, we'll hit the back button again, and you're going to equalizer selection. Everybody pretty much knows what an equalizer is now, but the HD signature, that's the best one to choose. You hit back. This is when you go to speaker setup. And from there, basic stuff here. You got your device set up. That's going to be your amplifier. Speaker test. That's when you can see if one of your speakers is bad or blown. You go on the speaker setup, and then you can select the speaker. You could use a touch screen, and it'll have static, like your noise from your TV will come out, and that's when you let you know, hey, this speaker's working or not. Pretty simple stuff. Then you back out of that, we're going to Vox sensitivity, and this is your microphone sensitivity and headset volume. Back out of that. Slide. And then we're going to go in to display. If you guys have any questions, please stop me whenever you want. The layout of your display is the first thing, and you got Cruise, Sport, and Tour. I suggest you guys play with this and figure out which ones you want, but each one has its own unique layout. Most common, I prefer Cruise over any of them, so I like to see my speedometer and tachometer. Puts the navigation smaller. Tour, your navigation will be big. Auto day-night mode, back in the menu. It's pretty self-explanatory. The brightness, self-explanatory. High contrast, if you want your face seen by everybody at night, put it in a high contrast and it lights up your face and you won't be able to see anything else. So, touch tone, that's just if you want to hear it when you touch it and go boop, boop. Back out of there and we go into system. Your system, date, time, language, units. You go to Canada, you can put it in kilometers, un-American things. And next slide, please. Next is your bike function setup. And this is only if you add some parts and accessories onto the bike. This is how you enable them and how you disable them. Fog lights, you got a fan control. If you have heated grips, all that stuff set up, you can take care of that. After that, next in the menu is going to be your system info. Most of this stuff is your information about your system. You can read that at your own time. The two big things I would get from this is where your factory reset. Let's say your radio's having like a glitch, seems to be running a little slow or something like that. You can factory reset it, see if that fixes it, instead of bringing it straight to the dealership, or you can reset your security pin. But in order to reset your security pin, you need to have your fob. Of course, if you see the screen, you got your fob. If you come back all the way back out, we go back to the very main menu. The next one we're going to see is going to be ride modes. I do apologize. And that's going to be the motorcycle looking indicator. You guys following me? All right. Under there, this is going to be, you got different ride modes. You can go into those sub menus and you can enable or disable different ride modes. And you can actually make your own customizable ride mode. So a lot of people probably wouldn't mess with, usually you just put it in sport, you take off and you go. But if you do it customized, you can do some minor tweaking and stuff like that. But most of the time, it's just going to copy one of the other presets. But you can set up some throttle response, some engine braking, your traction control. You can do all that from here, and you can make your own bike yours. You can personalize it. Okay, next slide, please. After that, we go into the tuner. So you go back to the main menu. It's going to be down underneath the bike, left-hand side. This is where you're going to do the radio station info. And then, let's say you're scanning through your radios and you don't want to hear rap or you don't want to hear country. You can select under here in the different categories what your motorcycle will specifically search for. Let's say all you want to do is listen to talk radio and you're kind of a psychopath. Yeah, you can just search for that. All right. After that, you can come back out and you go to the phone emblem from the main menu, and you can set reply messages. You can do the pre-programmed ones. They got one that says "Nuff said," riding. You can change it to "I'm brothering right now" instead of talking to you. Display your contacts. You can do it first name, last name, however you want to do it. After that, Wi-Fi. It's another option these things have. And you can connect it up to your phone for a hotspot, and you can get Wi-Fi through that. So if you're not in a Wi-Fi area, hook it up to your phone, you got Wi-Fi. There are some specifics with this. It has to be 5G. You guys got any questions? Following me so far? It is a lot of information, like real quick pack, but I'm just giving you some basics. You can connect Wi-Fi to do updates, and it'll give you some enhanced features, especially on your navigation and stuff like that. Next slide, please. Bike function setup. You went in this menu earlier, and you saw infotainment on or off. That's what you got on these bikes right now. So you can turn your radio on or off under this menu. Next, phone. You can select calls, select your contacts, use a left-hand controller to ignore a text reply, and incoming messages. Text will be converted from text to speech in motion. So while you're writing, use voice. While you're sitting, you can actually type, because it's not really smart to text and write at the same time, even though I have friends that do it. Next slide, please. Next big thing is your favorites. And the first option you come up with is your global favorites. It's pretty much all your favorites. And then you can scroll through by hitting the turn left on the left-hand control. Turn left, and you'll go through media, tuner, phone favorites, and you can program these to whatever you want. It's like just a quick selection list. All right, next slide, please. Home link. You can program your garage door to open up and close. Bikes are getting a little smarter.
You have to install.
Yes, you get the actual part needed from Parts Accessories. Next slide. Navigation. This is a lot when everybody's going to have questions on it, because if you've got a big touring bike, you're going to want navigation. If navigation icon is enabled in prop, enable subscription based on navigation. Talk to Parts Accessories, and you can get navigation. You just need Wi-Fi for it, and the bike will set it up for you. It's pretty simple. Some advanced features require Wi-Fi connection for best maps navigation, such as weather updates and all that stuff. And also, I'll show you what it is for weather overlay. You can look at the forecast. So you don't have to check the weather before leaving. You can hop on your bike and then check the weather. Or if you forget to, then you can see if you're going raining, whatnot. Any questions? Next slide, please. All right, under the navigation screen, you can look up right above the map. You have two itty-bitty little menus. One's going to be route, and the other one's going to be settings. And when you hit those two buttons on your screen, you're going to see additional menu options. Give them a hand real quick. CarPlay at the end. Apple CarPlay takes over everything. It does pretty much the Harley navigation stuff and all that stuff just gets negated while you have Apple CarPlay playing. It turns the infotainment center pretty much off, software-wise. All right, under these mini menus, recents, your recent routes, your rides, any rides that you have saved, one you enjoyed, let's say one you frequent, go to Quick Connect. Favorites, points of interest, you can record rides. Say Google ain't working too well on it, you can just record where you go, and you can get right back to it. Range, planning and travel, and then you can mute if you want. They're pretty simple stuff. Next slide. All right, I'm going to show you what some screen stuff is. These are your point of interest searches. So this is where you hit the magnifying glass right there, right on your screen. It'll bring up this over here, and you can search for what you want, or you can let the radio do it for you. Next slide. Under here, these are the different options. When I set up there the number 1, those are your routes. Number 2 there is your route options. Those are those little 2 menus that we were talking about with those subcategories before. And then I got pictures that'll show exactly what they are. Next slide, please. Under here, this is route options. So this is where you would go. You want to record a route? You can record it. Weather, you can do weather overlay. You can look at the forecast under weather. Audio, audio on or off. That's for your prompts. Settings, you can go in there. You can do 3D buildings. Or let's say you want to take your bike over to the EU. You can get the map for EU. Right now you get the United States and Caribbean. Well, North America and the Caribbean loaded. Next slide. Next, for the navigation, is you got your routes. So this is your recent routes, your points of interest, different rides that you have saved, and then favorite rides. Just load it right into your favorites. Next slide. This would be what navigation looks like, your instructions on your navigation when you're using it. This is just further examples of just what the screens will look like. Next slide. And now Apple CarPlay. Everybody asks about Apple CarPlay. The big thing you guys want to know is during projection mode, while you have Apple CarPlay, the Apple CarPlay image is displayed. Also, the tuner and media selections are paused. Active route is canceled, and projection mode, Apple CarPlay assumes the priority. When you exit out of it, then you get everything back. Next slide. This is when you go into, you connect your phone through Bluetooth, if it's an Apple 5 or greater. Next slide. This is what Apple CarPlay looks like. Does it look familiar? To exit out of it, any questions? So if you have Apple CarPlay, the Infotainment Center stuff doesn't matter. It's going everything through your phone. Your phone's a computer, so it's going to take care of everything. Next slide, please. The media source in the middle of the main menu looks like a music note. That's just showing what media you got playing. These are your different widgets that you can control by looking at through your trip button. You can select through them. Trip odometer, information about the bike. Next slide. Ride info, tire pressure, playlist. You can get all that just selecting through it. Next slide. And these are the different display layouts I was discussing earlier. This is Cruiser. This is the one that I prefer, really, because you get everything you need. It's a classical look. Next. This is your Sport. So if you're in Sport, you're really only concerned about one thing. How fast am I going? That's what you get. Next, display layout. This is your Touring. So you're touring. Your navigation is really big. You can also further your navigation screen by the widget button. By taking this out, and your map will get bigger. Cool. Next. This is high contrast. Like I said, if you want everybody to see you while you're riding at night, turn high contrast on. Next. And in conclusion, please see our service department and our service riders to enhance your infotainment experience through the Stage 2, Stage 3, front and back Rockford Fosgate kits. You guys got any questions?